people like they will take like their inner child props, it will be definitely a huge thing. So that it will change the whole experience.
Hi, this is John from PGP Wedding Films, and welcome to Say Yes to the Best, where we talk to the best wedding pros, give you wedding planning advice. Today, I am with Lara from Philly Snap Booth. How you doing, Lara?
I'm doing well. Thank you so much for having me here.
Thank you. How did you end up getting into photo booths?
I moved to the States a couple years ago, and then I used to be a wedding photographer. So since English is my second language, I was thinking that I wasn't able to communicate properly with the couple when I was shooting or something, so I decided to do photo booths. And so my husband will want, and my dad, he has 6 photo booths back in Colombia, so I got all his experience and all the knowledge on the technicities and everything with the photo booths. So right now I have 3 photo booths. So I ended up with the photo booth world because everything is about fun. It's about like colors, and I'm from Colombia, so I kind of love like this kind of like folklore thing. So I'm also passionate about photography, and I love to innovate with props, with backdrops. So yeah, I think that that's one of the reasons why I ended up like with the photo booth. I just love like seeing people having fun and just having a blast at their party.
What's the biggest difference for you going from being a photographer?
As a photographer, you have to be there the whole day, and you have to be aware of like the preps and also like the end. But with the photo booth, it kind of changes the logistics. So with the photo booth, if you're organizing your wedding, I will definitely recommend to book the photo booth 1 hour like before dinner, and then 2 hours like after dinner. So the average time, it can be 3 hours, but usually we will arrive 2 hours. So the maximum hours that we will be at a wedding, it will be 4 hours. Mm-hmm. That's like what I recommend like our couples.
So today you were going to share some thoughts with our audience about things they can think about when booking a photo booth, correct?
Right.
Awesome.
So yeah, number one, then I will definitely recommend to check for vendors that will provide you with a great lighting. So since I have a photography background, that's the number one priority for all my shots. All the photos need to have a great lighting. Second, props. Also, what is the prop quality? Some of the photo booths, they will provide like not a good quality on the props, and it depends. You can also provide your props. I think that will be like something nice, but check for the props. I think that that's a huge thing. Third, how is the photo booth? So the setup, I think that is really important. Some photo booths are open air, some photo booths are enclosed. So depending on what you're looking for, I think that will be like something that you must look deep into it. Check which one is the quality of the prints. Some photo booths offer unlimited prints, some photo booths not. I think that will be great if the photo booth vendor you are hiring, it will offer prints, unlimited prints. So the last but not least, it will be the attendants. Some of the photo booth attendants can be photographers, so they know what they're doing. They know how to set up the cameras and like how to do the lighting, and that is something really important. Also to have someone friendly to help like with the dynamic of the photo booth, because you have like some kids, you also have like some grandparents, and they don't know exactly what they're doing. So you have like to explain them and tell them in the nice and in the best way, just to, you know, enjoy the thing and enjoy just the photo booth experience. That's what it's all about.
So one thing I wanted to ask is, how do you find your props?
That's a really good question. So with props, it's a huge world because you can choose from like real costumes, like real objects like hats and even like the flower crowns, and you can also just have like the cartoon things that say like haha or like notes. So depending on what you really want to offer, that's important. I do love to costume the people. I would love people like to put something on them, and also I realize that they don't know what to do with their hands when they are posing. So they don't know they should do this, and sometimes they do this. So if you have something for them to take, like maracas or even a guitar or something, that it will just take them to a place and recreate a scene, even an adventure, and then that it will make the whole scene more creative. So the props will help you to have a great experience with the photo booth and great photos. So that's important.
How often do you have to like get new ones?
I will say every 2 weeks or every month. you also have to deal with drunk people. I mean, that's true. You have to deal with drunk people, so they take it, they do the pose, and then they just throw it. And it can be a disco ball. We used to have a disco ball. It was huge and it was amazing. And then it got broken. So we have to change it all the time and also clean them and disinfect it. So with the glasses, we do have to disinfect it every week. Yeah, just to have a really good product to display.
Yeah, you want to always make. I'm sure you want to have like enough things that people have a choice in what they're doing. How much space do you need at a reception typically to set up one of your booths?
Right. So the backdrop is 8 by 8. We usually need a space between 9 feet by 8 feet.
Okay, so it doesn't take up too much space.
No, it depends also because I do have 2 setups. It's a bigger photo booth, which we call it the classy booth, and the other one is the vintage booth and the color booth. Those ones are thinner and smaller, so those ones wouldn't take that much space. But that is something important because sometimes the space is small and then the backdrop is bigger. Like there are a lot of venues that we are having that situation, so we need to have plan B, which is order frames.
Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah, I mean, that's something probably couples need to be thinking about. All right, where are we going to put this photo booth?
That's important. And also the electric plug. We do not want to share it with the DJ because we are running a lot of equipment, printer, computer, flash, and then the DJ is running all of his equipment, which is a lot. If we do it in the same plug, then one of us is going to have like a bad experience. And it has happened to me before. Like I did it and it wasn't in the same one, but then he was like really close to me, and while I was printing, the sound just knocked down. So
yeah, definitely something you got to think about.
Yes.
Is there anything couples can do to kind of customize their experience with your photo booths?
Yeah, I do have a couple, and I love this because they're doing an enchanted forest. So they told me, all right, what kind of props can we do? So what kind of ideas? So I was like talking with a florist, and we do have a lot of backdrops. You can customize it and put some flowers arrangements. And if you are doing like this enchanted forest, then we can provide you with something that will be part of it.
So you had mentioned earlier that couples want to think about how they're getting their photos. What options do you have as far as different ways to have things printed?
Right. So usually what you will expect from a photo booth is to have the prints immediately and also to have an online gallery. So what you should be expecting is to have all the photos full quality on, what we do is just to send a link on a hard drive. It's like a cloud, and then they will have access to that without any password, without nothing. And if they want it public, then we do have also a gallery in our website. People just click on their gallery and then they will see animated GIFs, they will see the print layouts, and also their photos. It can be from 100 to 500.
One thing that I've seen is sometimes the photo booth kind of is tucked away. How do you make sure that if you aren't like right on the dance floor, that people know that you're there?
That's a really good question. What I would recommend is to talk with the wedding planner or with the DJ and let them know that you were there and that you start at 7, for example, to do an announcement. So once they do like the call for the bride and groom like to come over to the room, then after that they can do that announcement and then everyone will know that we are there.
What do you think is the biggest key to getting the best photos from a photo booth?
Well, cocktails definitely help a lot. I think that people like they will take like their inner child out and they will start like to play. But what I was saying, props, it will be definitely a huge thing. So that it will change the whole experience.
Well, the last thing I have is 10 questions for you to let our audience know a little bit more about you. So just first thing that comes to mind.
Oh my God, okay.
Okay. What is one thing that most people don't know about you?
Where I'm from.
What is the craziest thing you've seen someone do at a wedding?
Put your pants down. They have done it. They didn't show the front, but they showed the back. And then, because that was a tradition photo, a family tradition photo, and we were like, oh my God. I mean, we've seen all.
What is your favorite sport?
Football.
Okay. Now,
you
mean soccer, because for those of us, right?
No, and that's the first thing it came to my mind, but I don't even play. All right. Zumba. Zumba is a sport, no?
Yeah.
Okay, Zumba.
Okay. Favorite TV show?
Modern Family.
Okay. All right. Favorite movie?
Hold on, I do watch a lot of TV shows. Lord of the Rings.
Oh, I love Lord of the Rings. Favorite book? Also Lord of the Rings?
Now, favorite book, I will say Creative Confidence.
What is your greatest accomplishment?
Spanish.
Yeah. Okay. I can't speak it, so. Favorite Sesame Street character? You can tell that this question was written
Elmo.
by a dad. Elmo? My son's favorite is Elmo, too.
Yeah, because I don't know that many. It's just the only one I know.
Favorite photo booth prop?
The flower crowns.
Okay. And what is the best photo you've seen from one of your photo booths?
Wow. That's a really tricky question because there are so many really good photos. I cannot just pick one.
All right, I'm going to let you off the hook with that.
Yeah, I will say like the best, like with the best backdrops and everything. Well, there were like 3 brides. It was with an open house as well, and all of them like have beautiful like flower crowns, and I love everything that is colorful. So that was one of the best ones. It was with a rustic backdrop and 3 brides holding like beautiful like flower crowns. That was awesome.
Awesome. Great. Well, thank you, Lara, so much. And thank you for watching today. Again, this is Lara from Philly Snap Booth. All of her information will be in the information below. So follow her online, and thank you again. Happy planning.